Hey guys, it's Jenny here, and today I am here with my August wrap-up, and I will be adding my, September TBR a little bit later, probably when I'm at my dad's house, but I have a little bit of time now just to tell you about the books that I read in August. And I'm actually getting out of my book slump, so I read 3 books this month, which still isn't the amount that I'd like to read, but it is more than July, when I only read 1 book. Which I find a little bit odd considering I was busy the entire month of August, and I was only working 1 job, and I was only working that 1 job like half the month, so I don't know. I didn't think I was gonna have very much time this month, but lo and behold, I read 3 books. So, the first book that I read this month was Confessions of Paris Mysteries by James Patterson. This is book 3 in the Confessions of a Murder Suspect series, so I can't really tell you much about this book, but Confessions of the Murder Suspect is about a family of siblings, the Angels, who all 5 siblings are under questioning for their parents' death. The police think that they are suspects to the murders of their parents, and so the whole book just goes into detail about trying to clear their name and trying to figure out what happened to their parents. And so the whole series goes on with them trying to survive multiple attempts that people have made trying to kill the family. And so their parents are dead in the first book, and they are trying to clear their name because the cops think that the children killed the parents. So then it goes on for 4 books, leading me to the second book that I read this month, which is Confessions, the Murder of an Angel by James Patterson. This is the final book, and oh my god, this book had me feeling a lot of feels. A lot. It was just like a whole roller coaster. But yeah, like I said, I can't really tell you much about this book because it is the last book. This is I'm pretty sure this is probably the best one because there was so much that I didn't see coming, and there was just so many plot twists, and it's a quick read. It was a really quick read. I read it in like 3 hours. And it was just so suspenseful, and I really loved it. And then finally, I read The Trials of Apollo, The Hidden Oracle by Rick Riordan. This is kind of another spin-off to the Percy Jackson series because it has to do with Greek mythology. This is about the god Apollo, god of the sun, music, poetry, healing. He gets cast down from Olympus by his father Zeus, and for something that he thinks that he did not deserve. He was cast down, and so he's immortal now, and just immortal. He has no godly powers. He's not even a demigod, and he enlists help from his friends at Camp Half-Blood, and to try to help him get back up to his godly status and try to get Zeus to reinstate him as a god. And it was a really, really good book. I really, really did enjoy it, and yeah, I can't wait to read the next one. So yes, these were the 3 books that I read this month. And I will definitely be getting to read more in September. I'm pretty sure because this is already 2 more books that I've read in August than I did in July. And so I'm mostly out of my book slump. And I read a lot better at school just because I'd rather read books than focus on school. But that's besides the point. I do read better in school, and I tend to get through a lot more books when I'm in school. So yeah, I will add the rest later. Hey guys, it's Jenny here, and I'm going to be finishing my September TBR, but first I wanted to say thank you to everybody. I've been looking at my channel views, and you guys have managed to get every single one of my book hauls to at least 100 views. My most recent book outlet haul is at 222 views, and I couldn't thank you all enough. You have one of my thrift books hauls all the way up at 303 views. So that is phenomenal. So because of that, I have once again bought from Book Outlet. I did that last night. And so now you can look forward to another haul. And I just really want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch my videos, and I hope that you are enjoying them. So without further ado, we will get on to my September TBR. I'm at my dad's, so I had to bring all the books here. So one of the first books that I'm going to be reading this month is going to be It by Stephen King. It is basically, it is a horror novel because, I mean, obviously Stephen King, but it is a horror novel, and it is basically about a town called Derry in Maine, I believe. Yeah, Maine. Where there's a dark evil lurking in there, and the children know exactly what's going on, but the adults remain oblivious to it. And so the children try to do something about it, and so they send away the deep evil, and it ends up coming back. And so as adults, it starts again every 27 years, and it comes back as they're adults, and they all made a promise, and they all go back to this town as adults to try to save the town from what is happening to it. And so I have a fear of clowns, and it is a terrifying clown that lures children into the sewers. He lives in the sewer systems, and so he lures kids through the drainage pipes, and he eats kids. It's really, really super terrifying. And the reasoning for me wanting to conquer this giant book is that it comes out in the remake movie comes out in 7 days. And so I really, really, really want to see it. I go back to school tomorrow. Yes, I am internally crying. But, so this is why I'm going to be tackling this book first, is because I want to be able to see the remake. I saw the original movie the other night. And yeah, I just really, fall is like this scary book mood. So I'm going to try to tackle it. So this is a very ambitious TBR. I mean, I did read 4 books this month. Hey guys, I just wanted to clarify, I've been editing this video or just watching through it, and I wanted to clarify that I read 3 books. If you read my wrap-up, or if you watch my wrap-up, you'll know that it was 3 books. I don't want you to think I'm like jinxing myself. So yeah, I made a mistake. I only read 3 books, so don't know why I said 4. I don't know where those numbers were coming from. But yeah, I read 3 books, not 4. Which is 3 more than I read last month, so that's good. But yeah, I actually already started it. I'm about 50 pages in. And yeah, so I'm going to be having a little bit more of an ambitious TBR, which basically just means thick books. I probably won't get to them at all of them at all, but I'd like to think I'll get at least 3, if not 4 down, because I mean, it is the size of like 4 or 5 books. That is 1,183 pages. Alright, so the next book that I will be reading is The Trials of Apollo, The Dark Prophecy by Rick Riordan. This is the sequel to Trials of Apollo, The Hidden Oracle. And yeah, I've already started this one too. Right there. I'm only like 3 chapters into it. But yeah, this is a sequel, so I can't tell you much about it. But Trials of Apollo is already in my wrap-up, so I don't need to tell you about Trials of Apollo. Alright, so I was originally planning to get to this book last month, but it didn't happen because then I got into Trials of Apollo and my James Patterson series that I finished. So this will be for this month, and this will be A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This is the sequel to A Court of Thorns and Roses. I have it over there in paperback version, but I'm not going to get up to get it. Basically, Court of Thorns and Roses centers on a girl named Feyre who is trying to feed her starving family. She goes into the woods to hunt, and she sees a wolf that is trying to catch the only food she has seen. And so she shoots the wolf, and it turns out to be a fairy. And so an ancient evil monster comes to her home and demands retribution for what she did to the fairy in the woods. And so the monster ends up being Tamlin, who is a high lord of Prithia. I think it's Prithia. I think there's a map in here, so that should tell me. I hope there's a map in here. Yeah. It's called Prithian. And so she is what was I saying? Oh yes. She's taken to Prithian, and that's not what it's called either. That's what their land is called. No, it is called Prithian. What am I talking about? And she is expected to stay there forever as a prisoner for what she did. And Tamlin, is not a monster. He is a high lord. And he's Fae, and Feyre and he clash at first, but then they end up bonding and end up starting something. Shocker. But that book was so phenomenal. I loved it. That was the one book that I did read in July. The one. So I am really eager to get to this. These first 3 are ones that I need to get to the most this month. So let's hope I do. The next book is kind of... I really should have picked up Court of Wings and Ruin. But I decided to give myself a break from the Fae world, and if I really like A Court of Mist and Fury, I might just skip this book and go to A Court of Mist and Fury. I mean, A Court of Wings and Ruin. But if not, I will take a break and be reading Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. All I really know about this book is that it takes place in an ice court that is apparently built to withstand armies, and basically there's 6 outcasts that perform an impossible heist, and that is literally all I know about this book. I know nothing, but this book has been out forever and I've wanted to read it forever, so I'm hopefully going to be getting to this. Hopefully. I really just want to read this. I want to get on this bandwagon and love this book just like everybody else is. Alright, so then I have 2 smaller books that, I just threw in there just for the heck of it because I wanted a standalone. All of these books they're like part of a series except for the last one, and I just figured why not throw in 2 more standalones and call it good. So then this book I'm pretty sure has been on my TBR since May. It is freaking September. But that is The Walls Around Us by Nova Ransuma. I don't even know what this is about anymore. All I know is that this is a psychological thriller, and I think somebody's dead and somebody's in an asylum. That is all I know, and I just kind of want to go into this book blind. I've never really went into a book blind, but I feel like with this book and Six of Crows, I'll kind of be doing that. And then we have... I picked up the wrong book. I grabbed the wrong book! The spines threw me off. Okay, the book that I want to talk about is actually One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. I want to read that book because it just gives me really like fall vibes, and basically it's about 5 kids that are all in detention. It's blurbed as a mix between The Breakfast Club and Pretty Little Liars, and I freaking love Pretty Little Liars, and the show just ended, so I probably am going to love this book. And so there's 5 kids in detention, and they all have different personalities, and one of the kids ends up dead, and it is discovered that he had dirt on every single one of the people that he was in detention with, and he was planning to exploit that following day but never got to. So now everybody is a suspect for his murder, and so they're all trying to discover who killed him. And I've had that book on my radar for like literally since the beginning of the year, and I just really want to read it. I picked up When Dimple Met Rashid instead because, okay, they were right next to each other on my shelf. This has an orange spine with white letters, that has a white spine with red letters, so yeah, okay. I was gonna read this, but I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling contemporary right now. I'm feeling like thriller, darkness, fantasy. I'm just in a like fantasy mood right now. But yes, I have 6 books that I really plan or hope to get to, which is probably really overly ambitious, but in school I read a lot better. So let's hope. And plus I know that I'm gonna have a lot of time in between, like bus rides and yeah, bus rides are like an hour long, so that's 2 hours a day for reading at least. So yeah, automatically when I'm in school I get 2 hours of reading just on the bus, and then I get like, we'll say like an hour and a half, like just like I read in every class. When I'm not doing something, I pick up a book. I'm always carrying a book with me at school. So in every class I read at least a little bit. So if you merge all 6 classes together, that's got to at least be like another hour of reading. Just like 10 minutes in each class, that's all it takes. So in school I'm gonna have like 3 hours of reading every day, plus at lunchtime I read too, so that's like 3.5 hours of reading a day. So I might actually get to all of these books this month, but don't put too much hope on me because I might disappoint. I'm determined not to, but I might. So thank you for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't hesitate to leave a comment down below because I love hearing from you guys. And let me see. I'm going to be posting my August haul, so that should be happening maybe even before I post this video. But you can look forward to my new book outlet haul that's going to be coming. And I might browse thrift books to see if I want anything on there, because you guys did get my one video up to 303 views, but I just haven't like really needed anything from thrift books because A, I'm out of shelf space, B, like I've basically been ordering from Book Outlet, and even then I've literally bought everything off of Book Outlet that I want. And C, yeah, I probably won't have that many big hauls this month. I'll probably only have maybe just this one Book Outlet haul for this month. I am pretty sure, but don't hold me to that because I don't like being like, I'm not going to order from Book Outlet this month and then literally do it 2 more times. So I'm just going to say probably not, but maybe so. But yeah, I will stop talking. Thank you for watching, guys. Hello, it is me again, and I was once again just going through all my views, going through my subscribers, and oh my god, you guys have me at 77 subscribers. I know that may not seem like a lot, but if we can get me up to 100 by, if we can get me up to 100 by November, and then if we can get me up to 150 by January, which is like my anniversary on BookTube, I will be hosting a giveaway. I don't know which book it will be yet, but we will cross that milestone when we come to it. I just want to sort of just host a way of thanking you guys for all of your support in watching my videos and liking them and engaging in the comment section, and it just really makes me happy to know that people are watching and enjoying. So yeah, if I get more subscribers, if I can reach those milestones, then I will be hosting a giveaway, and I will be giving more information on the giveaway when we come to that point. So tell your friends, tell all your book lover friends, and you might get a chance to win a book on the giveaway. Tell me in the comments down below what books that you would be interested in seeing in the giveaway, and I will end up picking one. So yeah, let me know.